I saw your name for just a second, and my heart forgot everything it had learned. I found your number in an old phone, buried underneath 1,000 names. I stared at it longer than I should have, wondering if you ever do the same. The room was quiet, almost midnight. Rain was falling against the glass. I typed a simple "how are you?" then remembered everything that passed. There are moments when the distance feels smaller than it really is, when one little memory can make you question everything. I almost called you yesterday. I almost asked if you still think of me. I almost said I miss the way you used to make the whole world disappear. But I put the phone back down and let the silence have its way. Because sometimes loving someone means not calling yesterday. I wonder if your voice has changed, if you still laugh the same way, if you still stay awake too late when there's too much on your mind to say. I wonder if somebody knows you the way I learned to know you then. The little things nobody notices, the things you only show to me. Maybe I don't miss the ending, maybe I just miss who we were before the distance found a reason, before goodbye became a word. I almost called you yesterday. I almost asked if you still think of me. I almost said I miss the way you used to make the whole world disappear. But I put the phone back down and let the silence have its way. Because sometimes loving someone means not calling yesterday. If I called, what would I say? Would your voice sound like before? One conversation open, every wound I finally closed. So I let the phone stay silent, and I let the night move on. Some feelings don't need an answer, some goodbyes don't need another song. Because I miss it for a day. I almost called you yesterday, but I didn't. And somehow that was the strongest thing I've done. I learned how to live without you. I learned how to smile again, but forgetting you is something I never learned. I changed the sheets and moved the furniture. I painted every wall a different shade. I stopped driving past the places we once loved and stopped listening to the songs we played. I changed the number in my phone. I stopped checking if you called. I told everybody I was doing fine and almost started believing it all. But memories don't need permission. They don't care how far you run. They wait until the world gets quiet, then remind you where you're from. I never learned how to forget you. I only learned to live without your touch. I learned to wake up in the morning without needing you beside me that much. I learned to carry all the memories without letting them destroy me. But I never learned how to forget you. Maybe some people aren't meant to be forgotten. Sometimes I see somebody with your smile and my heart moves faster for a second. Then reality comes rushing back and reminds me that you're somewhere else. I wonder if you ever think about me when the night gets quiet where you are. Do you remember all those little moments, or did you leave them somewhere in the past? I don't need to know the answer. I don't need to hear your voice. I've already made my peace with losing you, even if it wasn't my choice. I never learned how to forget you. I only learned to live without your touch. I learned to wake up in the morning without needing you beside me that much. I learned to carry all the memories without letting them destroy me. But I never learned how to forget you. Maybe some people aren't meant to be forgotten. If I could erase the years we shared, would I really wanna do it? Would I trade every beautiful moment just because the ending hurt? No, I think I'd keep it all, the laughter and the tears, because loving you was real, even if it didn't last forever. To tomorrow free and still remember what you meant to me. I never learned how to forget you. I just learned how to let you be. I don't miss you like I used to. I don't wait for you anymore, but I'll never pretend you didn't matter. The house is quiet tonight, but somehow it still sounds like us. hallway still remembers your footsteps. The kitchen still remembers your laugh. There's a mark beside the bedroom doorway where we measured how much we'd grown. The curtains move the way they always did. The old clock still loses time. Everything is almost exactly the same, except you're no longer mine. I thought changing everything would make the memories disappear, but some things live inside the walls long after people leave. The house still remembers us. Every room knows what we were. The walls have heard our promises, and every word we never said. The house still remembers us, even though you're far away. I can change the locks and close the door, but I can't change yesterday. There's a coffee stain beneath the window from a morning we forgot to clean. You were dancing while you made breakfast, and I was laughing at your terrible singing. Your favorite book is on the nightstand. I haven't opened it since you left. Sometimes I walk into the bedroom and forget for 1 second that you're gone. Maybe that's why I keep this place exactly how you left it that day. Not because I'm waiting for you, but because I'm not ready to erase. The house still remembers us. Every room knows what we were. The walls have heard our promises, and every word we never said. The house still remembers us, even though you're far away. I can change the locks and close the door, but I can't change yesterday. Maybe someday I'll sell this house and someone else will call it home. They'll never know the stories that these walls have always known. They won't know about the late night talks or the nights we couldn't sleep. They won't know how much I loved you or how hard it was to leave. The house still remembers us, but I'm learning to move on. The memories can stay inside these walls, even when I'm finally gone. I don't need to burn the photographs. I don't need to hide your name. I can honor what we once were without living there again. The house still remembers us, but tonight I'm finally opening the door. The rain was still falling when you walked away. Somehow it never really stopped inside me. I watched you disappear beneath the streetlights, your shadow getting smaller in the rain. I wanted to call your name, but something told me nothing would be the same. Your footsteps faded down the sidewalk. fall, while the storm kept falling on my skin. I stood there holding all the words I was too afraid to let you hear. Maybe we were already broken. Maybe neither one of us could see that the last time you held my hand would become a memory. You left before the rain stopped, and I stayed there in the cold, trying to understand the moment when I forever turned to goodbye. You left before the rain stopped, and I never chased you down. Now every time the sky starts falling, I still look for you around. I kept your picture in my wallet long after I stopped looking at it. Sometimes I take it out at midnight just to remember what we had. I remember all the little promises we made without knowing what they cost. We thought love could survive anything. We never thought we'd become lost. I don't blame it for the ending. I don't blame myself tonight. Some roads separate two people, even when the love is still alive. Before the rain stopped, I stayed there in the cold, trying to understand the moment when I forever turned to goodbye. You left before the rain stopped, and I never chased you down. Now every time the sky starts falling, I still look for you around. Someday you hear the thunder and remember that old night. Maybe you'll remember someone who would have stayed and made it right. But I don't need you to return now. I don't need another chance. I just needed to forgive myself for letting go of your hand. You left before the rain stopped, but I'm finally walking on. The storm doesn't hurt forever, and the darkest night becomes dawn. You left before the rain stopped, and I thought I'd never be okay. But now, when the sky starts falling, I remember you without the pain. The rain finally stopped, the streetlights turned off, and for the first time I kept walking. There was a moment between the first hello and the final goodbye, where we were everything. You walked into my life on an ordinary evening. Nothing about that night looked different from the rest, but somehow your smile changed the atmosphere. And suddenly my heart forgot to beat, careful. We started with a simple conversation, then somehow talked until the morning light. You told me all the things you kept inside, and I started dreaming you would stay for life. We didn't know the ending, we only knew the start. We were standing in the middle with two unguarded hearts, somewhere between hello and goodbye. We became a lifetime in each other's eyes. We had our moments, we had our mistakes. We had a love I wouldn't trade away. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. We lost the future we had in mind, but even though you had to leave my life, I'll always remember what we were. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. There were mornings when you stole my blanket, and nights when we forgot to go to sleep. There were arguments that lasted 5 minutes and turned into laughter underneath the sheets. We built a world from little conversations, from coffee cups and late night drives. We never realized those simple moments would become the memories of our lives. Maybe love isn't measured by how long somebody stays. Maybe it's measured by the pieces they leave behind when they walk away. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. We became a lifetime in each other's eyes. We had our moments, we had our mistakes. We had a love I wouldn't trade away. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. We lost the future we had in mind, but even though you had to leave my life, I'll always remember what we were. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. If I could live one day again, I wouldn't change the way we met. I wouldn't erase the pain or try to rewrite the end. I'd just hold you a little longer. I'd laugh at all your stupid jokes. I memorized the sound of your voice before the moment finally broke. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. We're young enough to believe we'd never die. We didn't know that time would take its share. We only knew that we were happy there. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. You became a chapter I'll carry all my life. And even though our story had to end, I'll always be grateful that it happened. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. There was us, and for a while there was enough. I don't remember the last words, I don't remember the last song, but I remember your smile. You were standing underneath the streetlight, with your jacket hanging off your shoulder. You looked tired, but you were smiling like you knew we'd see each other again. I didn't know that night was different. I didn't know goodbye was getting close. I just held on to every second without knowing it would be the last. Some moments don't announce themselves before they disappear. They become precious only after we realize they're gone. The last time I saw you smile, I didn't know it was the last. I would've stayed there for a while if I knew how quickly time could pass. Now every time I close my eyes, that moment comes alive. The last time I saw you smile is the memory that never says goodbye. I remember how the wind was moving through your hair beneath the city lights. You said you'd call me when you got home, and I believed you like I always did. I watched you walk toward the corner, then disappear beyond the cars. I stood there thinking you'd be back tomorrow, never knowing how far you'd go. Maybe that's why memories hurt. They don't tell you when they're leaving. They just become the things you give anything to live again. The last time I saw you smile, I didn't know it was the last. I would've stayed there for a while if I knew how quickly time could pass. Now every time I close my eyes, that moment comes alive. The last time I saw you smile is the memory that never says goodbye. If I could go back to that evening, I'd forget about tomorrow. I'd hold you just a little longer and memorize the way you look. I wouldn't ask you where you were going. I wouldn't ask how long you'd be. I'd simply tell you that I loved you before you disappeared from me. The part of you I keep tonight. I don't remember the last goodbye. I remember your smile, and somehow that's enough. Still remember that street. The night was quiet, and I finally let you walk away. There was a yellow light above us, and the rain was falling slow. You were standing right beside me, but I could feel you letting go. You said we needed something different. I said maybe you were right, but my heart was screaming something that I couldn't say that night. I wanted to reach for your hand, I wanted to ask you to stay, but sometimes love means knowing when you have nothing left to say. That's the street where I let you go, the place where our story ended slow. You walked away beneath the lights, and I stayed there watching you disappear into the night. That's the street where I let you go, where I learned that love can't always make somebody stay. And every time I pass that corner, I remember the day I chose to let you walk away. I drove home with the radio silent, your perfume still inside the car. Every red light gave me time to wonder where you were. I wanted to turn around, I almost did 100 times, but something told me chasing you would only make goodbye harder. So I kept driving through the city with your memory beside me, trying to understand how someone can be so close and still leave. That's the street where I let you go, the place where our story ended slow. You walked away beneath the lights, and I stayed there watching you disappear into the night. That's the street where I let you go, where I learned that love can't always make somebody stay. And every time I pass that corner, I remember the day I chose to let you walk away. Maybe if I'd held you tighter, maybe if I'd said the words, maybe we'd have found another ending. Maybe everything would work, but I don't live inside those questions. I don't blame the past anymore. You were someone I was meant to love, not someone I was meant to hold forever. Because losing you taught me how to finally choose my own life. I still remember that street, I still remember you, but I don't stop there anymore. Some people stay for a lifetime, some stay for a season, but you We never needed perfect weather to find a reason to go outside. You grabbed my hand and pulled me closer, and suddenly the whole world felt alive. We made our plans on Sunday mornings, with coffee cooling on the table. You said we'd build a life together, and I believed that we were able. We didn't know the years were moving, we didn't know the end was near. We only knew that being together made everything feel easier. You were my favorite kind of forever, the kind I thought would never end. You were the place I found my shelter, the person I could always call a friend. Maybe forever wasn't ours to keep, maybe some promises aren't meant to last, but you were my favorite kind of forever, and I'll always be grateful for the past. I remember dancing in the kitchen with the radio turned way too loud. You laughed when I forgot the rhythm, then pulled me closer through the crowd. We didn't have a perfect story, we had our scars, we had our fights, but every time the world got heavy, you made the darkness feel alright. Now I understand what love can teach you, even when the lesson comes with pain. Some people change the way you see yourself, and you'll never see the world the same. You were my favorite kind of forever, the kind I thought would never end. You were the place I found my shelter, the person I could always call a friend. Maybe forever wasn't ours to keep, maybe some promises aren't meant to last, but you were my favorite kind of forever, and I'll always be grateful for the past. If I could live it all again, I wouldn't change the way we met, I wouldn't erase a single moment, even knowing how it ends. Because for a while you were my home, and I was yours without a doubt. Sometimes the most beautiful stories are the ones we have to let go. You were my favorite kind of forever, and I don't need to make it last. I can carry all the love we shared without being trapped inside the past. Maybe forever wasn't measured by how long you stayed with me. Maybe forever was that moment when you made me feel completely free. You were my favorite kind of forever, and for a little while I was yours too. It happened by accident. One song, one memory, and suddenly there you were again. I was driving home around midnight, with the windows down and nowhere to go. The radio played a song from years ago, and And I felt your memory before the first verse. I remember sitting in your driveway, talking like the night would never end. You were laughing at the smallest things, and I was already calling you my best friend. Funny how a melody can travel through the years without getting lost. One familiar line can bring you back and make you forget the cost. I found you in an old song, playing softly on the radio. For 3 minutes I was back there, in the life we used to know. Found you in an old song, in the spaces between every line. And when the music finally faded, I had to leave you one more time. I remember dancing in the kitchen, barefoot underneath that yellow light. You were singing every word beside me, like we had nowhere else to be that night. I remembered all the little promises we made without thinking they'd expire. We thought love would keep us together, but sometimes love can't stop time. I don't know if you remember that song the way I do. Maybe you hear it and keep driving. Maybe it still takes you back to. Found you in an old song, playing softly on the radio. For 3 minutes I was back then, in the life we used to know. Found you in an old song, in the spaces between every line. And when the music finally faded, I had to leave you one more time. If that song finds you someday, when you're driving through the night, I hope you smile instead of hurting. When you remember what was right, we don't have to go back, we don't have to change the end. Some memories can stay beautiful without becoming us again. I found you in an old song, but I didn't lose myself this time. I listened until the ending, and let the memory pass me by. I found you in an old song, and maybe that's enough for me. The song loves become a melody that lives forever quietly. The song ended, the road kept moving, and for the first time I kept driving. Every time it rains, remember that night. Not because you left, but because you stayed until the end. The rain was falling on the windshield while we sat there talking in the dark. You had your hand resting beside mine, but there was distance in your heart. We talked about the things we never fixed, the little wounds we try to hide. You looked at me like you still love me, and somehow they made goodbye harder. There was no anger in your voice, no reason left to blame, just two hearts accepting that love had changed its name. The rain still knows your name. Every drop brings back that night. I can hear your voice inside the thunder. I can see your face beneath the light. The rain still knows your name. Even after all these years, when the sky begins to break, I remember why I held you through the tears. We stayed there until the storm was fading. Neither one of us wanted to go. You rested your head against my shoulder, like you already knew what tomorrow would show. I wanted to promise you forever, but I knew promises couldn't change the truth. Sometimes holding on too tightly only makes the goodbye hurt more. So I opened up the door and watched you walk into the rain. I never knew a quiet goodbye could leave behind so much pain. The rain still knows your name. Every drop brings back that night. I can hear your voice inside the thunder. I can see your face beneath the light. Held you through the tears. Maybe somewhere you're hearing rain and thinking of me too. Maybe the storm carries memories of everything we knew. But I don't need to find you, I don't need to turn back time. I'm grateful for the love we had, even if it wasn't mine to keep. Become quiet and still. The rain still knows your name. But tonight I can finally let it fall. I don't wait there anymore. Sometimes there was a window in my bedroom where I'd sit whenever you were late. I watched the headlights down the street and count the minutes while I waited. You call and say I'm almost there, and I smile before you even arrive. Those little moments felt so ordinary. I never knew they were the best parts of my life. Now the same window faces the street, but I don't sit there like before. Still every time the headlights pass, my heart remembers what it was waiting for. The window where I used to wait still looks out at the same old street, but you're not coming down it anymore. And Now I'm finally learning to accept it. The window where I used to wait has watched me change through all these years. I don't wait for you tonight, but sometimes I still remember you here. I remember winter nights together, your coat hanging beside the door. We talk until the morning came, then wonder what we stayed awake for. You always hated when I worried, I'd always tell you to be safe. Now I have nobody to worry about, and somehow that's the hardest thing to face. Maybe love leaves little habits long after the person goes, and sometimes healing means discovering which ones you're ready to let go. The window where I used to wait still looks out at the same old street, but you're not coming down it anymore. And I'm finally learning to accept defeat. The window where I used to wait has watched me change through all these years. I don't wait for you tonight, but sometimes I still remember you here. If you ever pass this neighborhood and see that window glowing late, don't think I'm sitting there for you. I've just learned to appreciate the nights we had, the love we knew, the person I became because of you. Where I used to wait now lets the morning sunlight in. I don't search the street for your headlights, I don't wonder where you've been. In the window where I used to wait still holds 1,000 memories, but tonight I close the curtains and choose the life that's waiting for me. I don't wait there anymore, but I'll always remember who I was when I did. The room got bigger when you left, or maybe I just noticed the empty space. Your side of the bed stayed cold long after you were gone. I kept waking in the middle of the night, reaching for a hand that wasn't there anymore. Your pillow still carried your perfume for a few weeks after you left. I would lie there in the darkness, trying to remember how we ended. Funny how the smallest things can break a heart in two. Not the goodbye, just everything that reminds me of you. Your side of the bed stayed cold, and mine never felt like home. I could sleep for 100 nights, but I still wake up alone. Your side of the bed stayed cold while I learned to let you go. Somewhere between the sheets I lost the person I used to know. I stopped asking where you were, I stopped checking your last scene. I stopped making up excuses for why you weren't here with me. I packed away your photographs and folded all your clothes, but there was one thing I couldn't move: the empty space where you used to sleep. Maybe healing isn't cleaning every trace of someone away. Maybe it's learning how to live with what you cannot change. Your side of the bed stay cold, and mine never felt like home. I could sleep for 100 nights, but I'd still wake up alone. Your side of the bed stay cold, while I learn to let you go. Somewhere between the sheets, I lost the person I used to know. I don't hate you for leaving, I don't hate myself for staying. We were two people trying to save something that was fading. If I could go back to that bedroom, I wouldn't beg you to remain. I'd just hold you for a moment before we became strangers again. Stay cold, but mine doesn't feel so empty now. I still remember who you were, but I don't need it, have you around. Your side of the bed stay cold until the morning found its way. And somewhere between the darkness, I finally learned to face the day. Your side of the bed stay cold for a long time. Then one morning, I stopped reaching for you. The room was completely silent, and somehow I heard you again. I woke up just before the sunrise, curtains moving with the morning breeze. For a second I could hear you whisper, like you were lying there beside me. I turned around and there was nothing, just the pillow where you used to sleep. Funny how the heart can make a memory feel closer than reality. I know you're somewhere far away, I know you're living your own life, but sometimes when the world gets quiet, I still hear you inside mine. I heard your voice in the quiet when there was nobody around. A little piece of yesterday in every familiar sound. I heard your voice in the quiet, and for a moment I was home. And the morning filled the room and reminded me I'm on my own. Walked outside into the city, people rushing everywhere, but underneath the noise and traffic, I could almost feel you there. I passed the little coffee shop where you used to wait for me. The window caught the morning sunlight and brought back everything. Maybe memories don't disappear, they just become a different kind. They wait until we're not prepared, then quietly return to mine. I heard your voice in the quiet when there was nobody around. A little piece of yesterday in every familiar sound. I heard your voice in the quiet. For a moment I was home, then the morning filled the room and reminded me I'm on my own. If you're somewhere waking up underneath another sky, maybe for a second you remember the way we used to say goodnight. I won't ask the universe to bring you back to me. I'll just be grateful for the love that once made me feel complete. I heard your voice in the quiet, but this time I didn't break. I let the memory pass through me like sunlight on the lake. I heard your voice in the quiet, and I smiled instead of cried. Because loving what we once were doesn't mean I have to stay behind. The room is quiet again, but this time I don't feel alone. I used to look for you everywhere. Now I only look at the sky. The night was clear when you left me, more stars than I'd ever seen. You stood beneath that endless sky and said you needed to be free. I wanted to ask you to stay, but I knew your heart was already gone. So I watched you disappear and waited there until the dawn. Some goodbyes don't need anger, some endings don't need blame. Sometimes two people lose each other without either one changing. I left your name in the stars when nobody could take it away. I left every dream we believed in somewhere beyond yesterday. I don't reach for you anymore, I don't ask the night where you are. But whenever I look at the heavens, I still find your name in the stars. I remember all our conversations about the lives we someday live. You wanted a house with a garden, I wanted everything I had to give. We were young enough to believe that love could conquer every fear. We didn't know this song forever only lasts a few beautiful years. Now the seasons keep on changing, and the sea keeps moving on. But sometimes one familiar memory can make the years feel gone. I left your name in the stars when nobody could take it away. I left every dream we believed in somewhere beyond yesterday. I don't reach for you anymore. I don't ask the night where you are. But whenever I look at the heavens, I still find your name in the stars. Maybe you're under another sky, looking at another moon. Maybe someone else is holding you and making your heart feel new. I don't need to know the answer. I don't need to know the truth. I'm just grateful that once in my life the stars led me to you. I left your name in the stars, and I finally learned to let you go. The love we had will always be a part of everything I know. I don't reach for you anymore, but I won't pretend you weren't part. Because some people leave our lives and still remain inside our hearts. I left your name in the stars, not because I'm waiting, but because some memories deserve to shine. For once, every sound made me look up. Every car outside made me wonder. Then one day I stopped. I used to hear the elevator and wonder if you changed your mind. I'd hear footsteps in the hallway and hope they stop outside. I kept your old key on the table, like someday you'd use it again. I told myself I wasn't waiting, but my heart didn't understand. Every night I left a little hope beside the lamp before I slept. And every morning I'd wake up to the truth I couldn't accept. Then came the day I stopped checking the door, stopped wondering if you come back anymore. I stopped listening for your footsteps, stopped looking through the window for your car. I still remember everything we were, but I don't need to know where you are. The day I stopped checking the door was the day I finally started moving on. I took your key from the table and placed it in an old wooden box. Not because I hated what we had, but because I finally changed the locks. I opened every curtain in the morning, let the sunlight fill the room. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't waiting for you. I thought letting go would feel like losing, but it felt more like breathing again, like putting down a heavy suitcase I've been carrying since you left. Then came the day I stopped checking the door, stopped wondering if you come back anymore. I stopped was meant to learn that waiting for somebody's return can keep you from seeing what's ahead. There are places I haven't been, there are dreams I haven't tried, and I don't wanna spend tomorrow looking backward all the time. No, I don't check the door anymore. I don't count the hours like before. If you came back tomorrow, I wouldn't be the person you left behind. I can remember you with gratitude, without needing you in my life. The day I stopped checking the door was the day I finally chose myself. The hallway is quiet, the door is closed, and I'm okay.